Hey guys, it's KT just checking in. Today is VLCD day number 7, and it is February 10th, 2012. I am up 0.3 kilos from yesterday. On VLCD day number 5, I was the same weight that I am today. Yesterday I lost 0.3 kilos, and then today I'm back to where I was. I'm not overly discouraged about it. I think I have a pretty good handle on why it happened, and I'll work on it. I also know that it fluctuates. I won't have a loss every day. It's the overall. It's the end of the road that matters. It's not every day along the road that matters. I know a lot of people aren't weighing themselves every day, but I think I have a pretty good indication as to why I'm up the 0.3 kilos today. So I'm glad that I was weighing myself so that I have the opportunity to kind of see. Yesterday, looking at my little thing. Do you see that? I was up my Fitness Pal. I was over 48 calories. And I don't think necessarily 48 calories is the reason I'm up 0.3 kilos, which 0.3 kilos is pretty close to, I'm just going to check it really quick. It's pretty close to a pound, I think. No, it's 0.6 pounds. So I was out grocery shopping and running errands during my predetermined hungry phase between 5 and, I previously said between 5 and 7, and really it's between 4 and 7, and really it's between 4 and half 5. Between 4 and half 5, that's when I don't know if it's, I haven't determined if it's always just hunger or if it's the desire to eat something. But that's the time of day where I want to eat. Late at night, it doesn't affect me. Early in the morning, it doesn't affect me. But between 4 and half 5, I'm hungry. I want to eat. And so I was in the grocery store and picking up a few bits and pieces, and I was really hungry. And some of the things I had in the cart, after I paid and I was loading my car, and I had a few other errands to do on the way home, and I knew I had to eat something. So I grabbed a breadstick and ate that, even though I'd already had 2 breadsticks. I'd already had 2 breadsticks at 5:30, which probably isn't a good thing. But I had one with my lunch and then one a little bit later, because I know that if you eat the carb, sometimes it'll kind of satiate you. It gets you through. Anyway, so I ate a third breadstick, which wasn't the best decision. It's only 21 calories, something like that. But it was my third one, which was high in carbs. And then I finished running errands, was finally back in the car, and again, I was just so hungry, like really hungry. I haven't mastered the hunger scale yet, but I didn't want to eat anybody. But I was really moody and cranky, and that wasn't good. So I was by myself, thankfully, but I was still moody and cranky. So I grabbed an apple and ate that. And likewise, I had already had both my apples for the day. Well, I didn't have both my apples. I had both my fruits. I'd had an apple in the morning for breakfast. Let me look, make sure I'm saying this right. Yeah, and then at lunchtime, I had strawberries. They were fresh and yummy, and I was excited about those. So I ate them at lunch, knowing that I wouldn't, have something at dinner. I made some lemon ice sorbet type stuff that I eat at night that doesn't have any sugar, and it's fine. So that if I get the munchies, that's what I eat. So anyway, I had already had my 2 fruits, and so I had a third. So that's 3 breadsticks, or grissini sticks, and then 3 fruits. The 2 highest carb things are the things that I ate, and so probably wasn't the best idea for me. I also think maybe I was really hungry because yesterday at lunch with my strawberries, I did the hard-boiled egg option. I had 3 whites and 1 whole boiled egg, and maybe that just didn't give me enough nourishment to, or I don't know. It just I felt really hungry. I've never felt, that hungry. So I think it was just the way I was eating my food yesterday. It wasn't good for me. I also think maybe the eggs weren't a good option for me yesterday. I think if I take the time to eat like my normal lunch, like one of my standard go-tos, then I'm fine. I do get peckish in the afternoon, but then I just eat my, one of my predetermined snacks for the day, and then I'm okay. Yesterday I just ate too many snacks. I just wasn't satisfied after lunch. So now I know. And if I hadn't been weighing myself every day, I wouldn't have known that. So now I know. And it's a learning experience, and I'm learning as I go. I'm a little bit worried about today. I got really bad news about my grandma, and I never really thought I was a comfort eater. But after I found out about my grandmother, who is going home from the hospital today with hospice, it made me really want to comfort eat. I wanted to just grab things that aren't in my house. I wanted to go out and get things that aren't on protocol. And it's only 9:57 in the morning here. I really was just thinking about that bakery that bakes all these yummy treats down the road, and how I could go have a good cry while I, eat these yummy pastries. Sorry, I'm going to try not to get too emotional. And I can't fly over. We live on the other side of the world at the moment, and it's just not, it's not in the budget for me to just fly over to be with my grandmother and to help out, which is what I really want to do. And since I can't do that, the thing that I could do was, go sit in a car and cry and eat treats. And I didn't do it. It's only 9:57. I'm hoping I won't do it. I'll let you know how I do tomorrow. But I can't control the fact that I can't be there. I can't just suddenly, make money appear so that I can fly to be with her, and I can't make it close enough. I can't change where I live so that I can just be close enough to drive to her. These aren't things I can change. But I can change how I'm eating and how my reaction to things. I can change my reaction to emotional things so that I don't eat emotionally, which I would have fought tooth and nail to say I wasn't an emotional eater, because I really didn't think I was. But clearly I am. I didn't feel like crying and eating a cucumber. So, yeah, I didn't do it, and hopefully I won't do it. I'm going to try and just stay focused and stay in control of what I can control. There's so much in life we can't control, but this is something we can't control. So, as far as the increase goes, I'm not very concerned about that. It's part of the learning curve. I know I won't have losses every day. Sometimes I'll gain, sometimes I'll stay the same. I'm not discouraged about that at all. The HCG is working for me really well. I do start to feel hungry if I don't eat my lunch properly, like I need to eat lunch properly. So, or maybe, I don't know, save half the protein for later to nibble on. I'll keep playing with it. If you guys have any tips, let me know. I still have those HCG drops. Maybe when I get hungry in the afternoon, I'll stick a few of those under my tongue and see if that helps. I'm doing the injections, but I still have the drops from before because they just weren't doing enough for me. I feel much different this round than I did when I tried to do it with the drops. I know the drops work for lots of people, but at this point, the injections are working really well for me, so I'm going to keep doing that. Thanks. Sorry about the teary. I'm not a pretty crier, but just part of my journey, and this is part of it. How we deal with sadness and grief while we're trying to overcome our issues with food. And obviously, I never thought I was I think that was an ant on my face. See what happens when you live on the other side of the world. it's not something that it's something we all go through. It's part of our eating process. So it's part of our learning process. How we deal with food and how it affects us and how we deal with daily lives. Every day isn't going to be a cakewalk, and so we have to. It's part of my journey, just figuring out how I'm going to deal with all of this while trying to get a control of my eating and my health and my body. So yeah, that's my update. I will see you guys tomorrow.